Hello everyone, I hope everything is going well with you. This is our fourth lecture. Today we will take Unit 3, the rest of Unit 3. Last time we have taken the linking words. Here is an example on it. Look at another extract from Thea's literature review. Complete the gaps with the linking words in the box. There is one word you don't need. We have and, but, first, however, in addition, and so. Biomimicry has been used to develop alternative coding techniques. What is the meaning of biomimicry? Biomimicry is another word for biomimetics and bionics, which means imitating nature or taking nature as a model. إن احنا ناخد الطبيعة كمثال نقلد الظواهر الطبيعية ونعمل منها اختراعات. Alright? GAP, the metal is treated with strong base or acid. So here the first word will be first. This treatment the metal is treated with a strong base or acid. This treatment transforms the surface into an alkali salt or hydrated oxide. These show negative surface charges. GAP, they can attract calcium and cause calcium phosphate to grow on the implant. So here it will be so. A disadvantage of this method, so now we are talking about a contrast or different idea. So we will write here, however, disadvantage of this method is that it can cause surface problem. And these can affect the survival of the implant. GAP, these methods cannot be used to coat stainless steel because its alkali salts and oxides don't show negative charges. So here we are adding an information in addition. Now let's move to the next part, using an evidence in arguing a point. When you argue for a point in order to prove it, you add an evidence, you provide an evidence, all right, دليل. Read the information about fog in pairs. Can you think of a way the properties of water can be used to capture water from fog? What is the meaning of fog? Fog means ضباب. What is fog? Fog develops in almost the same way as a cloud. However, fog actually touches the ground rather than being above it like a cloud. Fog is made up of tiny water droplets. What is the meaning of droplets? Droplets means tiny drops, قطرات صغيرة, which are usually around 10 micrometer in a diameter. This symbol means micrometer. Fog forms when the air cools to a point where it can no longer hold all of the water vapor it contains, the dew point, الندى. The water vapor therefore condenses into tiny liquid water droplets. What is the meaning of condense? It's the process by which water vapor is changed into liquid water. All right, into tiny liquid water droplets on surface such as the ground, roofs, or around microscopic particles such as dust and pollutants in the air. The water droplets are hydrophilic. What is the meaning of hydrophilic? When we say, last time we said hydro means water, hydrophilic material is one which attracts water. That is, they attract other water droplets, all right? Water attracts water, right? And so once the process has begun, larger droplets of water can form because the tiny droplets of water attract each other. They are hydrophilic, all right? So this is how fog is formed. Raina is doing a PhD in environmental science. She has been investigating water harvesting mechanisms, right? What is the meaning of harvest? Harvest means collect. She is writing to Brian, her PhD supervisor. Read an extract from her email and then answer the questions below. Wondering if I could arrange a meeting with you sometime next week. I'd like to discuss an idea for a possible new direction to take our research in. Basically, I've been doing some reading on the Namib desert beetle and think that there might be a way to design some kind of water harvesting material based on its wing, right? Now, Raina is writing an email to Brian. She is doing a research and she finds a new direction. هي بتعمل البي اتش دي بتاعتها الدكتوراه ولقت فكرة جديدة للبحث بتاعها. بتتكلم على ايه؟ بتتكلم على Namib desert beetle، نوع من انواع البيرلز. alright؟ and she thinks ان هي ممكن تستخدم البايوميميكري او البايوميماتكس or the bionics اللي هو تقليد الطبيعة ده او ان احنا ناخد الطبيعة كنموذج، فان هي تقلد الحشرة دي وتستخدم تعمل اختراع بيشبه الأجنحة بتاعة الحشرة دي. ليه؟ لأن لها قدرة على إن هي تجمع المية. الأجنحة بتاعتها لها قدرة على إن هي تجمع المية. alright؟ They are covered, she is talking about the wings. They are covered in hydrophilic pumps. What is the meaning of hydrophilic? We said hydrophilic means material that attracts water. Alright? مادة بتعمل إيه؟ بتجذب المية. Which attract water droplets in the fog. ليها القدرة على تجميع المية من الضباب. The drops get larger, and when they become too heavy to stay on the pump, they roll off. Roll off means move down. The pumps are surrounded by hydrophobic channels. What is the meaning of hydrophobic? Hydrophobic means a material that repels water. It's the opposite of hydrophilic. So hydrophobic is the opposite of hydrophilic. So the water rolls down into the beetle mouse. I really think it might be possible to develop a super hydrophobic material which has a surface covered in hydrophilic pumps to trap water droplets in fog, and this is what I like to do. Let's see a picture of this beetle. All right. Here is the image of this beetle. We have the pumps. The pumps, they attract water, all right? Between the pumps, there is a flat area. This flat area is the hydrophobic. It's hydrophobic, it repels water, all right? يعني البامبس دي بتعمل ايه؟ بتجمع المية. hydrophilic بتجمع المية. لما القطرة بتكبر when the drop gets bigger بيحصل لها ايه؟ it rolls down بتقع على الجزء المسطح the flat part. الفلات part ده hydrophobic يعني ايه؟ يعني ما بيمتصش المية، وبالتالي بتعمل ايه؟ it rolls down to the mouth of the beetle بتنزل على الفم بتاع الايه؟ الحشرة دي فتبتدي ان هي تشرب المية. يبقى هي عملت ايه دلوقتي؟ جمعت المية من القطرات اللي موجودة في الجو. alright؟ right? So this is the idea that she was talking about. What is the difference between super hydrophilic and super hydrophobic. We said that hydrophilic means a material that attracts water، مادة بتجذب المية. and hydrophobic means a material that repels water، مادة بتعمل ايه؟ بتنفر المية، alright؟ أو ما بتمتصهاش. What does Raina hope to design? She hopes to design a water harvesting material. She hopes to design a water harvesting material. What is the biological inspiration for her design? ايه الظاهرة الطبيعية اللي أوحت لها بالفكرة دي؟ ده نعمة desert beetle. What does she plan to use this inspiration in her design? How does she plans to use this inspiration in her design? She thinks that she can create a hydrophobic material which has a surface covered in hydro or super hydrophilic pumps to trap water, to capture water droplets in fog, and create another material that is hydrophobic. Draw a diagram of the design described in Raina email. All right, let's see a diagram or a picture of the design that she wants to create. Not this one. All right. She wants to create a flat surface, and on this flat surface there is a super hydrophilic pump, right? Hydrophilic, we said that it attracts water like this, and the flat surface will be super hydrophobic that repels water, all right? Listen to Raina and Brian meeting. Is Brian interested in Raina's idea? Why or why not? Three point one. So, as I said in my email, I think we could create a material which mimics. What is the meaning of mimics? Imitate, يقلد. Which could mimics the surface of the beetle wings. And so could be used to harvest water from fog. We said, what is the meaning of harvest? Collect. Yes, that might be possible, but I don't believe it would be any better than the Lotus-inspired surface Mira and Zain are working on. In fact, what you are proposing seems to double the work. You would need a hydrophobic and a hydrophilic surface. All right? So until now he is not for the idea. إن هو مش مع الفكرة لأن هو شايف إن هي she will double the work، هتخلي الشغل إيه؟ مضاعف. That's true, but it seems to me that this would be more efficient. What is the meaning of efficient? Productive. Efficient means productive. In what way? Okay, as far as I'm aware, the lotus inspired material collect actual droplets of water, drops of rain. But this beetle seems to be able to collect water just from fog, not raindrops. So you wouldn't need actual rainfall. يبقى هي وجهة نظرها إيه؟ إن we will not need rain in order to collect the water droplets. Now she can collect it from fog. هي مش هتحتاج مطرة علشان تجمع قطرات المية دي، ولكن تقدر إن هي تجمعها من الضباب. alright؟ يبقى مثلا مش هتستنى season معين or anything of that. Yes, I can see that, but to mimic its surface, sorry, before you go any further, what use do you see for this material? Oh, I think it could be useful in, say, refugee camps to collect drinking water, but I can't see how it could be better than the fog catching nets. This is another thing that is used in order to collect water, which already exists. Oh, well, I think nets must be less efficient because of the holes in them. Surely, some of the potentially useful fog blows straight through them. I suppose so. So, a lot of water is lost, and as well as creating a material to collect water from for refugees, another use might be in cooling towers to recycle the water. Now that sounds like a profitable use. Yes, I can see that. So, do you have any idea how to make this material? I guess we could use micro contact printing. We could, but I feel there must be a simpler way than that. Let's take this word, fog catching net. Here is an image for the fog catching nets. This is a fog catching net, right? So her point of view that it has holes that can make useful fog pass through، ان هي فيها النت دي او الشبكه دي اللي بتجمع الميه من الضباب، ان هي فيها holes اخرام اللي هي ممكن تعدي ضباب رايت او هواء ممكن يكون محمل بالميه وما تاخدش منه الميه. That's why she sees that her invention is more useful، ان الاختراع بتاعها مفيد اكتر. All right, let's go back to the unit. So, is Brian interested in Ryan's idea? In the beginning he wasn't interested, but at the end he was convinced. في الأول هو ما كانش مقتنع بالفكرة وبعد كده اقتنع. So yes, he is interested in her idea, or we can say he becomes interested in her idea at the end. Why does Brian think Raina's idea is more complicated than the Lotus-inspired design? Because he believes it double the work. إنها تخلي الشغل مضاعف. Why does Raina think her material would be more effective than the fog-catching nets? She thinks that more efficient than in the beginning the Lotus-inspired design. She believes that am I sharing the book? She believes that it will be more efficient because it can collect water from fog rather than from rain. Why does Raina think her material would be more efficient than the fog-catching net? Because the fog-catching net contain holes that can pass useful fog. What two uses does Raina suggest for her material? The camps of the refugees and recycling water. Which use is Brian most interested in? He is interested in the recycling water in cooling towers more than using it in refugee camps because it's more profitable. Of course يعني this is not ethical إن هو راح للهدف اللي بيجمع اللي ممكن يبقى فيه ربح مادي اللي هو المستخدم في cooling tower recycling water in cooling tower أكتر ما إن هو كان متحمس ليه في الكامبس بتاعت الريفيوجيز وال مخيمات اللاجئين فاوف كورس طبعا ده مش حاجه ethical يعني مش حاجه اخلاقيه.